In this video, we're going to be looking at the highest rated LEGO Batman sets of all time. Now for this list, I'm going to be using every single Batman theme, so the original one from 2006, DC superheroes, as well as the LEGO Batman movie sets. Initially, I was going to do the highest rated DC sets, but as you can imagine, pretty much every single set was a Batman one. So I'll have to think of something different for DC. Now for this video, I'll be using the Brickset website as it includes information and reviews from all the older sets from over a decade ago. Actually, it's almost been over 20 years since the original LEGO Batman theme. So let's begin and find out which is the highest rated LEGO Batman set and find out if we agree or disagree. The first set of sets are all rated 4.4 out of 5, and I'll put them in a ranking order based on the number of reviews and ratings they have. So in 10th place, we have a newer set. We have Batman, the classic TV series Batmobile. So this is our latest big direct-to-consumer Ultimate Collector Series Batmobile. This one is based on the Adam West 66 Batman show. And although the 66 show is way before my time, I can still appreciate it, as well as this amazing build. So the design for the Batmobile looks incredible. It looks super accurate to the TV show, super sleek and streamlined. It also has a great interior build with the wheel and the gear stick, and it also has an opening boot or trunk which contains a Bat computer. The set is 19 inches or 50 centimeters long, so a really good size and a really good display piece. Was a really great price per pot ratio, and we do also get an Adam West Batman, who's a really nice minifigure. Although unfortunately we don't get a Robin or a Joker, which would have made the set even better. So really incredible build, and a great way to start the list. Alright, up next we have one of my childhood dream sets. From all the way back in 2008, we have the Tumbler, Joker's Ice Cream Surprise. So this is the first Tumbler on the list, and it definitely won't be the last. This was also the first Tumbler ever made, and it was a part of the final ever LEGO Batman wave, whereas this weird hybrid wave, where half it was based on the Dark Knight, as we get Christian Bale's Batman as well as the Tumbler, but we also get that classic LEGO Batman Joker and a henchman. The Tumbler build itself is actually really great. It's a really good design and build, and captures the likeness really well, especially for 2008. And the ice cream truck is a lot of fun and adds a lot of play to the set. The minifigures look great, especially the Batman, as well as Joker. Though it would have been great to get a Heath Ledger Joker, especially in the early 2000s style. So this is another fantastic set, a really great build with some really great minifigures, and super nostalgic to see it once again. And in 8th place we have an even older set. We have the Batmobile Ultimate Collector's Edition. So this is our first ever big Batmobile, and as we can see, it's a really impressive design and looks amazing for 2006. It kind of looks to be like a hybrid based on the comics as well as the Burton movies. Has a really cool shape design, and I love the bat face in the front, like what we see in classic comic books. The wheels look really cool as well as the bat fins. So for our first ever Ultimate Collector's Batmobile, they did a really great job. As well, this was a crazy price per pot ratio. It's over 1,000 pieces, and here in the UK it was only $49.99. Unfortunately, no minifigures, but still an amazing set. And next up we have another 2006 set. We have the Batwing, the Joker's Aerial Assault, which was our first ever Batwing, as well as the first time getting Joker in LEGO form. And to this day, almost 20 years later, this is still my favorite Batwing in terms of the playset scales. It's a really amazing design. It's also the biggest of the playset Batmobiles. Has tons of cool play features, like flick fire missiles and a spring launcher, and just looks super cool. We also get Joker's helicopter, which is another iconic vehicle. Takes me back to the LEGO Batman video game, which is such a big part of my childhood. So that's a really great design. And we do also get Joker and a henchman, and we get Batman in the original grey outfit. This was just an incredible set. The builds are amazing, great minifigures, as well as tons of playability, and definitely one of my favourites from the original theme. Next up, coming in 6th place, we actually have my favourite set on the list, Batman Arkham Asylum Breakout, which was the second Arkham ever made and the first for the DC superheroes theme. And this is one of my all-time favourite sets. I absolutely love this set. It's such an amazing design. Arkham has this super cool gothic architecture. It looks straight ripped out of the comics and the video games. The gateway with the angels look amazing. Just such a fantastic design. We also get an Arkham transporter truck where we can transport the patients. And it also has an equally great interior. We get some generic jail cells, which we can place Scarecrow and the Joker in. You can also swap out the face plaques for the different villains. We get a really great glass container for Ivy. We get a therapy chair for Harleen Quinzel. And we also get her transformation room where she can put on the Jester outfit. So a really fun interior, lots of different jail cells. There's also one at the top for Mr. Freeze, which has like a freezer design to it. We also get some really great minifigures. We got our first ever Harleen Quinzel, who had a double-sided face. We got our first Penguin and Scarecrow in the DC superheroes theme. And the Scarecrow is still one of my favorite DC minifigures of all time. I love this design. We also got a really cool variation of Robin, who looks straight up out of the Arkham games. This was also the first time we got the Mark II cowl for Batman. I remember at the time I was so excited for it. But since then we've gotten it thousands of times in other sets, so it's a little less special. But at the time it was really exciting to see. So overall, just a really fantastic set. It's by far and away my favorite from the DC superheroes theme. The gothic design, the minifigures, the gate out front, the interior, it is all just amazing. As well as it was also a really great price. I'm really hoping that the new Arkham this year captures the same style and atmosphere of this one, because that could potentially be the best DC set ever made. Alright, we are now halfway through. If you are enjoying the video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want more. And if you don't, that's perfectly fine. Alright, coming in 5th place. I almost lost my voice because I glazed that last set so hard, but I think it was worth it. So in 5th place we have, once again, another Tumbler, but this is the ultimate Tumbler, the first ever big direct-to-consumer one back in 2014, with a whopping 1,869 pieces. So this is just a super amazing design. Now I know the Tumbler itself can be a little bit hit or miss, some people love it and some people don't like it, but personally I love the design of it. I grew up with the Nolan trilogy, so I'm definitely nostalgic and biased towards it, but I think this build is absolutely incredible. It's super accurate. All the proportions and dimensions look amazing. It's also a really great size of 40 centimeters and has a super accurate and detailed interior. This makes for an absolutely amazing display piece. We also got two amazing minifigures. We got our first ever Batman Begins Batman, which actually had a unique Christian Bale face print, which unfortunately they never used since. Was a really great design. And unlike the ice cream truck set, we actually got our first ever Heath Ledger Joker, who's such an amazing minifigure. The face print, the suit design, it all looks perfect. So overall, this was another fantastic set. And if you're a big fan of the Nolan movies like me, this would have been a must buy. Well, even the second one, which came out a little bit more recently. Alright, up next we have once again another Tumbler. This time we have the Batman Tumbler Scarecrow Showdown. So this is our second playset scale Tumbler, and definitely my favourite of the playset scale Batmobiles. This thing is just such an amazing build. The fact that they managed to capture the likeness of the Tumbler so well for such little pieces, and also unlike the new one, it's actually 2 seats, and just looks a lot more accurate in terms of shape. It also has a really good interior, which once again is super accurate to the movie. And we do get two amazing minifigures. We get another Batman Begins Batman, but this time in a much more affordable set. But unfortunately, he loses to Christian Bale face, but gains a really cool Demon Batman face. And we also get our first and only Cillian Murphy Scarecrow, who's another amazing minifigure. So overall, this is just such a fantastic set. The Tumbler looks amazing. Such a great build. And this was also an amazing price. This is definitely my favorite of the playset scale Batmobiles. Just a really great set. Alright, we are now entering the top 3. And our next set has a rating of 4.5. We have the 1989 Batmobile. So this came out in 2019. It contains a lot more pieces than the big Tumbler with 3,306. And this is definitely my favorite of the big Batmobiles. It looks absolutely incredible. Just like the other builds, it's super accurate to the movie. And I think the Keaton Batmobile is definitely the coolest of all the movie ones. It reminds me so much of the comics, from the long front to the wings at the back, and this set captures that perfectly. And as you can imagine from the number of pieces, this thing is massive. It's 60 centimeters long or 23 inches. So a really impressive display piece. Also has some really cool features. The canopy actually opens just like in the film by sliding it. And we also get the guns popping out of the front, which is such a cool little feature. That was also a really fun feature in the playset scale one as well. Also has a very decent interior. So overall, just another really fantastic build. And definitely I think this is the coolest of the big Batmobiles. And we also get 3 amazing minifigures. We got a really great Keaton minifigure, which was our first ever official one, even though the earlier ones back in 2006 did look very similar to it. It had a really cool new rubber cape piece, where the cowl and cape were all bolted together, which I think really works well for this minifigure, as this one is more for display. We also got our first Jack Nicholson Joker, which is so cool. This one is so detailed. The face print is amazing. Definitely the best out of Jack Nicholson's Joker. And we also get our first and only Vicky Vale, which is a really cool minifigure to get in Lego form. So in my opinion, this is definitely the best of the big Batmobiles, especially if you're a big fan of Keaton and the 89 movies. This is a must buy. Right, we're now moving on to sets rated 4.6. So coming in second place, we have Batman, the animated series, Gotham City. And I think the animated series is by far and away the best adaptation of Batman. The TV show is absolutely amazing, as well as some really great character designs, and the overall art deco style of Gotham looks so good. And this art set captures it perfectly. I love the red sky and all the blimps flying around. We get tons of iconic Gotham buildings, like Wayne Tower, GCPD, Wayne Manor, the Batcave, Joker's Funland, as well as some really fun micro builds of the Batmobile and the Batwing. So now, I'm not usually a big fan of art sets, but I think this set just looks amazing. And as we can see here, it's a really good size. It's 73 centimeters long and over 43 centimeters high. And as we can see here, it makes for a really impressive display piece and looks great mounted onto the wall. And we do also get 4 amazing minifigures. We get an exclusive Catwoman based on the animated series, which is a really great design. We of course get Batman, which is one of my favorite Batman minifigures of all time. Dual molded legs, the underpants, great torso print, as well as I think this is the best use of the new cowl piece. An amazing new Harley, probably my favorite because I love the Jester outfit. Then a pretty great Joker. Even though Mark Hamill's Joker is probably my favorite, I think this minifigure looks a little bit off. So overall, a really great set. I'm not sure it would be my second favorite, but maybe that's because I'm not a big fan of the art sets. But I do think it's really good. Alright, coming in first place, we have which was my childhood dream set, and probably my White Whale. It's a set which I've glazed a lot of times on this channel, and that of course is the Batcave, the Penguin, and Mr. Freeze invasion. So this was our first ever Batcave, back in the first ever wave back in 2006. And just like the Batwing, I think this is still the best Batcave ever made. The design is just so perfect. The Bat computer looks amazing. We get a really cool transformation chamber and a bench press. We get a turret, as well as a vehicle display. And this one comes with the Bat jet ski. We also get Robin's jet ski, as well as the Penguin submarine. So not only is this set just a great design and build, We also get tons of great vehicles and really fun play features, and the minifigures are just as good. We got our first ever Bruce Wayne, and our first and only comic book based Alfred, who's still the best Alfred to this day, unfortunately. He definitely needs to come in another set. We get an amazing Penguin and Mr. Freeze, as well as Robin. And one day I will own this set. I'm not sure when or how many years it'll take, but it shall be mine. So the Batcave overall is just an amazing set, and it definitely deserves to be number 1 on the list. And that is it for the highest rated LEGO Batman sets of all time. I think the list is decent, but I would have a few other sets like the Two-Face Chase, as well as having Arkham Asylum being higher on the list. And also, unfortunately, there's no LEGO Batman movie sets, and there's some really amazing ones in that theme. But if you're curious, the highest rated LEGO Batman movie set is the Ultimate Batmobile. But let me know, everybody, what do you think of this list? And which ones are your favorites? And which ones would you rate the highest? As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all next time. Hope you have an amazing week. Bye-bye.